the Biofriendly Podcast. It's the Biofriendly Podcast.
You know how I'm annoying in the way that I like to look up. I look up a word. I take pride on looking up all the words and know what the words are.
Yeah.
My kids, it drives them crazy because I always say that they've got to look it up because if they know the language, then they'll understand what people are saying. That's to me the key to intelligence.
That's intelligence 101.
It is.
The thing.
Know the word.
Yeah.
If you know if you understand the words they're saying, then you're going to be able to communicate about the topic.
Exactly.
Right. So I'm like insane about looking up words. Do you want to know something though?
Insane.
I'm insane about it. I'm a crazy person in that regard. A crazy person.
Yeah.
But you know what I realized today when we were talking about Leroy Jenkins? Mm-hmm. And then we were joking about get a cloak from a paladin to help you. Right? That I have heard the word paladin and known the word paladin as something in my life because I'm a nerd since I was a child.
Same.
I still don't know what a paladin is.
I don't know if I do either. I just always think of it as a character from Dungeons and Dragons that has a cloak.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all I can think of.
That's all I know. It's like I don't know if he's a wizard. I don't know if he's
Should we research now or should we just leave it a mystery forever? Is this one of those things that we just want to commit to?
If you could figure out what a paladin is.
She's like, I don't have my phone on me.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
This is a good exercise for her, though, because she yawned right when we hit record. And I was like, hey, there's no yawning on the Biofriendly Podcast.
There's no yawning on podcast.
There's no yawning in baseball.
Yeah, no,
it's true. It's one of the things.
I was like, what the hell is about? I just, for the first time in my life, after hearing that word 1,000 times, I'm a nerd, Jacob. I should know what a paladin is.
And there are listeners right now that are like, I can't. You are the furthest thing from a nerd.
Yeah, you're done.
If you cannot tell, you have been excommunicated from the nerd community.
Uh-huh. They're not listening to the show anymore.
No, they're out. Paladin. It's like Palladin. Paladin. It's a type of character that you can choose to play in role-playing games and medieval time stuff. Paladin.
Yes, it comes up a lot in video games. A lot in,
you can
like fantasy culture.
Yeah. This is good anyway, because I this was one of the first podcasts that I started and my phone wasn't on airplane mode. I could feel it buzzing in my pocket.
Really?
What about yours? Yours is far away.
Mine's far away. It'll ring. But,
it'll ring. Oh, they'll call. They'll call.
But we won't know.
We won't know. Ignorance is bliss.
P-A-L-A-D-I-N.
Two L's.
Two L's. Double L's. So P-A-L-L-A-D-I-N.
Like the cigarettes.
This is exactly the kind of hard-hitting content that you want when you tune into an environmental podcast. You go, I want to know what the world is a paladin. It may not come up with a clear definition. It may even just be like paladin is a character you can choose.
Paladin's like a thing, you know?
Yeah.
Everybody knows what paladin is. That's what the definition is.
What if everybody doesn't know and they're all just pretending to be smart? Yeah.
Paladin, the first definition that pops up is a protein that in humans is encoded by the palid gene.
Yeah,
so
that's not.
That can't be it.
That's not the definition we're looking for. That's a different definition of paladin.
It's literally the first one that pops up.
Wow. So
Okay.
How about D&D?
Yeah,
Put D&D first.
Paladin, D&D.
D&D, yeah.
D&D?
Yeah, as in Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons, D, the letter D, and then D.
Dragons.
D, Dungeons and...
I like when people use with an apostrophe.
Yeah.
and
Dungeons
cakes.
and Dragons. Coffee and cakes. In and out. Yeah, I gotta love it. Does it say anything? Does it say?
Paladins in most Dungeons and Dragons video games are its high defense, its ability to cast spells, and especially its proficiency against undead monsters.
Huh. So it still doesn't tell us what a paladin is. It's just like maybe we've got it wrong. Maybe a paladin in role playing games is just a skill set. You know what I mean? Like it's not an actual type of person. It's like you are a paladin because you are at this rank. You know, maybe. I don't know.
Isn't this crazy?
It's crazy. So now here you are. You've told your children know the meaning of the word. But
don't
here you
be the fool that doesn't know the meaning of words.
Jaden and Owen, I hope you're hearing your father being made at a
They're laughing at me right now. Yeah, they're so happy.
But
they're
you know
glad.
what? Yeah. Sick satisfaction. Yeah. Anyway. She found something else?
They're spelling it as Paladin.
I'm sorry, we misspelled it.
We added an extra L.
We had an extra. We like this because we like cigarettes.
Yeah.
Isn't it Pall Mall?
Yeah, Pall Mall. Yeah. Don't smoke, kids. Yeah. Anyway, go on.
The Paladin is one of the standard playable character classes in most editions of Dungeons and Dragons fantasy role-playing game. The Paladin is a holy knight crusading in the name of a good and order, and is a divine spellcaster.
There you go. Okay, it's a holy knight.
A holy knight who has the power to do divine spells. So spells from God. And
he represents goodness. A holy knight. Okay, I'm satisfied. We got there. We figured it out. Now.
Thank you, Ronnie.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah, I mean, it was a tall order, by the way, because paladin is not a thing that we normally say in our regular human speech. It's part of a fantasy world. So thank you for digging for it.
World. Yeah.
Well,
that's good because it's specific.
It's very specific
because it felt like I have it wrong. Why wouldn't they just say wizard if it was a wizard? It's not a wizard, but I kind of dubbed that in.
Yeah,
it's like you say paladin, I hear wizard, even though it's not. But I'm like, but I actually don't think it is of that, and it's not. It's
not.
It's a holy warrior of God.
Holy knight.
Right? With God's powers to cast.
Yes, exactly.
It's kind of neat.
There you go. How lovely. What an exciting thing that was. Well, how is everyone doing today? Wonderful?
Much better now.
Much better now that you know, now that you're aware. And now Veronica knows what a paladin is, and she can sleep at night.
I feel like $900.
You do?
$900.
Wow. What's bringing you to $900?
Well, I hopefully it adds up every night. It's like that because I spent more than that on a new bed.
That's right. I was going to ask you. You got your new mattress.
Yes.
And so was it the best sleep you've had in years?
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes. Yeah. I woke up, and normally I wake up sore.
Yeah.
It's like just something that I thought happens, right? Like you get old, you wake up sore.
Yeah.
Not that I'm old. I'm very not. I'm very
32. You just turned 32 like a couple weeks ago, and you were 32 before that, and then you turned 32. And you'll be 32 next year.
Yeah. I woke up great.
Feeling amazing.
Oh my God.
Incredible.
And we've got a bed too that makes the thing fold up and stuff.
It moves around.
So we were watching the one with the people, Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale, right.
The people.
The one with the people on the screen. You're starting to sound like our parents. Are you watching the show with the thing and the people?
Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm 32 years old.
You should know. Handmaid's Tale on your new bed.
Handmaid's Tale on the new bed, and so first Tali's like, well, let's go up from the back.
Yeah.
So she does the back button, and then
lifts you up a little bit.
Lifts me up like, ooh, I don't have to lean back on my pillows anymore. I'm just right here. Look at that.
Look at that.
And then she's like, oh, this could be interesting. And she picks up the legs. And they go, and then I'm cradled.
Now you're
sitting there.
Now you're in a cereal bowl of mattress.
Cradled in a cereal bowl of mattress. That's that's the right description. And Tali and I are both like, oh my God, I'm completely supported. My spine feels aligned. I'm watching this dystopian story of
terrible, depressing
end
show
of the world, but it's cool because I'm comfortable.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's amazing. I'm gonna try to hack your bed though, so that I can like make it do things when you least expect it.
Ooh.
You know, like kind of control your bed.
Cartoon style, where it's just like opening, closing.
Yes. Looney Tunes, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, I welcome you to do that. That would be really great. That would be number one. But Handmaid's Tale is getting better.
I've never seen more than one episode because it was recommended to me for years, and I watched the first one, and I started at a time when I think the world was kind of feeling a little dark, and I was like, this show is really dark, and I don't know if I have the ability to.
It's a slog. A lot of it's a slog.
Yeah.
I actually wouldn't recommend it for you probably.
Okay, that's fair.
Because I watch it because Talia is committed, and so I'm committed.
You're in.
So now here we are, right?
Yeah.
But it is really dark. It is a really difficult story to watch. It's heavy.
Yeah.
It's heavy, right?
Yeah.
But but it's really well made though, really good. The problem I have with it is that as it kind of got to the middle, like about a season or two ago, it got to me a little bit stale. It's like we're just kind of
most shows tend to do that,
revolving through the same stuff over and over. And I was like, okay, so this is like a dystopian world that sucks, and the story's not even that exciting.
Yeah.
But recently in this new season, the first half, I was like, oh my God, this is still garbage.
Yeah.
The second half though, Ooh, now we're okay. Now we're getting some. We're moving along here.
Okay, so it's picking back up again.
Picking back up. Now we're kicking that up a notch.
I love it.
I just want to see these poor girls get their proper revenge.
I don't know if well, it'll happen. It'll happen. They'll give you that sweet relief.
Yeah.
But I watched the new Ted Lasso last night, so
you watched the better show.
it really left me in a good headspace.
Yeah.
It was marvelous. God, I love that show so much. Yeah. But no spoilers. But everything we've talked about thus far leads us perfectly into the subject today. Perfectly.
Really?
And I'm gonna lead you in why. Paladins, mattresses, Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah. Ted Lasso.
All these things share one thing in common.
Number 7.
The number 7. And if you divide that by smiles, no, today's subject is actually something that my children will tell you, I despise this substance more than anything else. It's one of the banes of my existence, and I wish it was eradicated. And that's why I brought it in here today. And that is glitter.
Oh, God.
Glitter.
Oh, God.
Not the movie. The stuff. Glitter.
If you brought glitter here, someone's gonna have to call in advance.
Are you an
and let my wife know that I'm been glitter because of the podcast.
Right. Of course, right.
But I wasn't out at
you weren't
some crazy
You weren't
place.
having a wild night with your buddies.
I was not at a bachelor party.
Nope.
I was not getting into trouble.
Nope. You were being a good boy.
I was being a good boy. I'm a good boy.
Yeah. I want to know everybody's personal opinions on glitter, and I mean this it's in your greeting card. It's in your engagement announcement, an invite. It's on things. It's in your children's crafts. It's wherever it is. How do you feel about glitter?
It brings happiness to females, it seems.
Definitely.
In my experience. They seem to like how it looks on things. Like when they're kids, they love to put it on art.
Yep.
When they get a little older, they do like to put it in the makeup and stuff to give a little bit of a shine.
Sure.
I think that they seem to like working with it in different projects and having it as like an accessory. I think that it makes females, as far as I can tell, very happy.
Yeah.
Or at least sort of happy sometimes.
Yeah. And some fellas too.
Well, yeah.
It's when there is a need for a glimmer and a glitter, there's a lot of people who really enjoy it.
Right? Okay, good. And that's great.
Yes.
That's great.
But how do you, Noel, personally feel about glitter?
Feel the same way about glitter as I do about balloons.
Okay. And that is?
I despise glitter and everything that it represents. I despise balloons. Yeah. And the reason that I despise them is for the same reason. Is that you give my child a balloon. My child has the balloon and they're happy that they have the balloon. Yeah. But then they've got not anymore, they're older now, they don't ask for balloons. Yeah. But when they wanted them, they let go of the balloon. Because kids have hands that just don't want to keep doing the work anymore. Right. And then it goes into the air and it's gone. And now you've got a kid who's just mortified. Yeah, mortified. The world has ended. This gift that I was given has gone to space and I'll never see it again. And it's a representation of loss. Right. And they lose it. Yeah. And I'm like, oh God. So now you learn early, you got to immediately tie the balloon to the kid's hand, right? Yeah. Yeah. So now they got a friggin' balloon. Right. So they're walking around with the balloon everywhere. It's in your way. Always.
You got to take it home, and you're like,
you have to take it home.
How do I use my rear view mirror? There's a balloon. I don't know if there's somebody behind me in the car. There's just balloons. That's all I see, because if I turn this way, if I turn that way, the balloon is there.
Yes. Yeah. And you got more than one kid, you got more than one balloon.
You got many balloons.
And then they come home and they put the balloon in your house. Right. And so now there's a balloon floating around your house. And then you're walking into the balloon, right. And as the days go by and you keep asking, can we get rid of the balloon? Yeah. No!
Totally. And if you even suggest, can we deflate the balloon and get rid of it? Like, you're the monster of the house.
You're going to kill them.
Yes,
glitter
this is terrible.
Is a thing that kids like to play with. Yes. They like to put it in glue and put it on stuff. They like to put it in like those, what are the flarp?
Yeah, those squeezy balls.
The squeezy balls, right. And then they make their goo, whatever the blue crud that kids make.
Whatever it is, it's crud.
And then what happens is, it's fun for the kids and it's glittery and shiny, it's wonderful, but there's also glitter everywhere.
Right.
And I can't get it out of my house, no matter how long you will spend the rest of your life
Yes.
sweeping up glitter.
Yes.
And there will still be glitter in your house.
Yes.
And then when I come home from the strip club and I'm trying to be all secretive, I'm covered in glitter.
Covered in glitter. So I brought this subject in today not knowing what everybody's stances were on glitter. And I'm usually the one who on a subject, I'm like, let's give it a chance. No, it's okay. Let's try this. Let's try that. That's usually my stance. This is the one time where I am prepared to die on this hill to end glitter forever. I want to end it. I want to be done with it. I don't care if it brings children joy. We need to find a new alternative to glitter, and that's what we're here to talk about today. Because if a whole generation of children are born and there is no what we know as glitter, then we're just done with it. Then it's just over.
Yeah.
We have other sparkly things.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I like shiny
Can I
things.
sweep up the other sparkly things, or are
Yes.
they gonna get? Am I gonna find them for the rest of my life?
You're going to find them the rest of your life. By the way, what I love too is that you said when you give your child a balloon and it floats away. Isn't it funny if you were to tie that property to any other toy? Like what if somebody gave your child a stuffed toy and you said, here's the stuffed animal. Careful, it floats away.
If you let go of it,
You'd be like,
it's going to God.
It's going to God. It's gone forever. Like you would be like, why would you give my child that? Why would you give my child a toy that at any moment, if they lose it out of their hands, it's gone forever, and they have to watch it fly away in the sky. But yet balloons, it's like, oh, give them a balloon.
It is the most perfect representation of death
It is. It's like
that you could ever give to a child.
See this
'Cause it's
joy
like,
in your hand.
There it is, and you can slowly watch it disappear. And as much as you reach and try and pray, it will never come back.
It'll never come back.
You will never see. It's going to go, and you're going to watch it get farther and farther and farther away until you have to let it go.
And then you can double down to that child, and you can say, by the way, your gift killed a bird. They choked on it.
It came down eventually. In the wrong place.
Some animal ate it and they're dead now, thanks to your balloon. So balloons, I agree on balloons, but glitter specifically. Now, Ronnie.
Glitter-filled balloons.
Glitter, I mean, a nightmare. A nightmare.
Kill me.
You want to take the person who came up with glitter-filled balloons and go, what is wrong with you? And have you never had to clean up a thing in your life? The person who created glitter balloons was weighted on hand and foot their entire life. You know what I mean? Like that. The person who was like, I've got an idea. Let's put glitter in a balloon. That person never had to clean up their mess. And they were like, this is a great idea. And the rest of the world groaned unanimously and said, I don't need that. I don't need that. But Ronnie, I got to know, are we poo-pooing on something that you adore and you love glitter?
I adore it.
You love it?
I adore it. But
explain.
it's fine. It's fine.
Let us know, please.
Well,
we gotta know.
please,
Because here's the thing.
we're being curmudgeons.
I have left the entire audience is gone now. They
They
don't.
all glitter lovers have tuned out.
Pissed off everybody between the paladin thing, between saying that glitter is something that females like, which Jacob corrected me on.
The glitter nerds are
the glitter
furious.
The glitter nerdsies.
Exactly.
No, I mean, you're right. It's a lot of women love it, and I'm one of them. I mean, I like shiny stuff. And
Right.
it always, when I see glitter, it reminds me of something shiny and
Of course.
just with so much color, so
Of
much
course.
joy.
Right.
And so I find it.
Well, it is neat that it's lots of different colors, because it's got the sparkly green and red and yellow and orange and blue and all the rest of it, and that's kind of, if you get that sparkled all over on your skin or on
But I
art.
don't disagree that it's a pain in the butt to clean.
It is.
Sure.
It
For
is.
sure, it is.
And here's the thing.
That's the downside.
I think, and here's the thing, to all glitter enthusiasts and pro glitters.
Glitterati's?
Glitterati's. You glitterati's of the world. I think that if we work together, we could come up with something that is sparkly and shiny and looks pretty and really is exciting to put on your face, on your products, on your cards, whatever, but that it isn't what glitter is. Now, here's the thing. Is glitter really crushing the environment? I'm not about here to say, like, it makes up a huge part of waste. It's like 1% total of all the microplastic waste. But it's still something that you go...
It's 1% of the microplastic waste?
Yeah, I think so.
Glitter?
Yes.
1%?
Yes.
That's massive.
It's massive. It's a lot.
Glitter is 1% of the microplastic waste?
Yeah.
Holy hell!
Right. So there's a lot. There's a lot. So that's why we need to talk about it, because here...
I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot, but you got to think about how many plastics are out there and how many things are made of plastic.
Exactly.
1%?
Yes.
That is mind-boggling.
It's mind-boggling, right? So here it is. Here it is. What is glitter made out of? Because a lot of people don't know that. Regular glitter is made with a combination of aluminum.
Fairy dust.
Yes, fairy dust, which is also made from aluminum and plastic composites, usually PVC, PET, and polyester.
Yeah, it's the good stuff.
Like sparkles, sequins, and confetti, but smaller plastic-based glitter is an assortment of tiny particles that reflect light at different angles, producing a shimmery-looking surface. These tiny pieces start out as large sheets of varying thickness. The plastic sheets are layered with a lustrous aluminum layer, then cut into rectangle, square, or hexagonal shapes pieces, just 50 to 6,250 microns in size. So they're cut down
tiny.
Really small. But what those things are, if you put them under a microscope, it's a piece of plastic with aluminum on it. That's what it is. Wow. Okay? So, unfortunately, it gets into everything, as we know. If you have glitter on your body, glitter on your hands, it stays. It's really, really hard. You got to wash it off. You got to get rid of it. And so this is why this has all come around, is that people are trying to make biodegradable glitter, but that's not good either. They have it, like the solutions aren't great.
I still can't fathom that people are using so much glitter that it's 1% of the
microplastics. 1% of the microplastics.
Yeah. I can't get over this.
There's a lot of glitter in this
can't get
world.
over that people are using that much glitter.
There's a lot of glitter being used.
Nowadays.
Yeah. It's in everything. It's in everything.
It's the makeup nowadays. I
Yeah.
mean, women, ladies, girls love to wear glitter eyeshadow, and it's just
It's
all
everywhere.
over the place.
Yeah.
Everything. It's the makeup.
So-
for sure.
Really, it's the makeup.
So they basically said, is glitter biodegradable? So although it's made of some recyclable types of plastic, I'm not talking about the biodegradable kinds that people are trying to make. I'm talking about just general, is it biodegradable? Glitter itself is not recyclable, largely because of its small size, whereas plastic-based glitter isn't biodegradable. So all these little small things, they're just not biodegradable. So it takes hundreds, if not thousands of years to decompose, and already being the size of a microplastic, glitter also makes its way into waterways. So, denser than water, it sinks to end up part of the toxic sludge found at the bottom of lakes and streams. So, there's a lot of glitter down there. So, if you go down Lake Tahoe at the bottom where the scuba dive, you know that story about the guy? Lake Tahoe is a lake that is so deep that, there's all sorts of rumors as to
It has its own monster.
Yeah, it has its own monster. And there was this story about Jacques Cousteau or somebody scuba diving down to the bottom of Lake Tahoe, coming up and going, nobody should ever look down there. I think it was all glitter.
So you don't think it was dead bodies
It
from
wasn't
Reno?
dead bodies from Reno. I don't think it was from the Donner Party.
No.
I don't think it was just dead bodies being thrown in a lake. I think it was just sludge mountains of glitter. And he's like, no human should ever witness what I just witnessed today. Anyway, that's humorous.
Yeah, Tahoe's crazy. It's an unbelievably deep lake.
Unbelievably
People
deep.
they can't quite fathom actually just how much water is in Tahoe and how deep that thing is.
Yeah.
But it's deep enough that the rumor is that they have you know how Loch Ness Monster that's Nessie.
Yeah,
The Loch.
yeah,
well, in
yeah.
Tahoe they have Tessie.
Tessie.
Yeah.
Because it's the Tahoe.
The Tahoe monster.
No, I didn't know
There
that.
are 3 monsters all in the same. They're all in the same.
Nessie?
Yeah, Nessie, Tessie, and then in Japan, I don't remember what that one's called.
Yeah, I want to know. We'll have to do an
They're all
episode
the
on
same longitude.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're all connected?
That's what they say.
That's cool. Whoa. Yeah. Noel brought one of those things in here that everybody's going to be like, is that for real?
Probably not.
Probably not. Anyway, so here's the thing. This is not meant to be a show that shatters glitter dreams. That's not what it's supposed to be, because I can see the sadness in Veronica's face. She's giving me the pshaw.
Because Veronica looks great when she puts on her glitter makeup and she goes out.
Yeah.
And she's hanging out, having a good old time, living the dream, and everyone's like, man, Veronica looks great in glitter.
So
and she's like, man, I look so good in glitter.
I know. And here's one of the things. I'm going to say just a few more bummer things, then we'll get to some solutions, okay? One of the other problems is we've talked a lot about microplastics on the show, but glitter, a lot of times, is technically a nanoplastic. And you might be asking yourself, what is the difference between a nanoplastic and a micro?
Way worse.
Nanoplastic can penetrate living cells, human cells. So most microplastics just touch us and float off our bodies. We may drink them, we may eat them, but they can't break through our skin or a creature's skin. Whereas a nanoplastic absolutely can pierce into your skin because it is got a sharp enough surface and it's little enough that
it's just small enough.
It can get into your skin.
Something that looks to you like it's solid, barrier. If you get small enough, is a chain link fence.
Yes, exactly, and it goes right through. And I mean, these things are, if you think about it, it's this really tiny, thin thing. So it wouldn't take much for it to just get through living cells. So nanoplastics are not good. So
they're also what blend into solution with water, right? So what we think of as an island of plastic in the Pacific, and there's 5 different, they call them gyres, but there's 5 of them across our oceans. The biggest one is in the South Pacific. And
the musical?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair and send him on his way.
I love it.
Yeah, we don't know what paladin means.
We don't know what paladin means, but man, do we know our musical theater? Yes, we sure do.
God,
hey, look, the good news is
when
we're exiled by the geeks, the musical theater folks were like,
come on.
Although know that they just heard we said no to glitter. So like, get out of here. Yeah. We're not welcome by anyone. No,
nobody likes us.
Nobody likes us.
Nobody likes us.
Anyway, you were saying gyres, South Pacific.
Yeah, so these gyres, you're told there's a Texas-sized island of plastic in the Pacific.
Right, and everybody thinks of it as...
your mind goes to, I am standing on plastic, like a plastic McDonald's trash pile in the middle of the ocean.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's...
No!
That stuff, if it's heavy enough, as Jacob said, is part of the sludge at the bottom of the ocean.
Yes.
Very little of that stays on the top where the island is. The island is in solution. What that means is, you think about salt water, right?
Yeah.
You can't... Like, it's very difficult to get the salt out of water. It's one of the complications they have when they try to do desalination, right? With making fresh water from the ocean. It's not easy to separate these things.
Yeah.
It's very complicated.
Yeah.
So a nanoplastic becomes plastic water.
Right.
So it's an island of, instead of salt water, it's salt plastic water. It's just water that has plastic infused throughout it. It is in solution together. Yeah. And it's island-sized.
Yeah.
That's the problem, because that's murderous to any fish, any life that is in that area is now just completely destroyed by the plastic.
Yeah, and if you were to put that like in comparison, since we don't live and breathe in water like sea life does, but I would imagine in some of the worst polluted industrial areas where they're like, this is dangerous to even be within a square mile breathing these fumes and things in the sky that are being emitted right now, that would be like the sea life would know, like, well, that's a bad neighborhood over there, that 5 mile, you know what I mean? Like, you go over there and you breathe that water, it's gonna kill you, just like it would for us in land. If we were gonna be living amongst just carcinogenic, disgusting, horrible, dangerous fumes all the time, right? Mm-hmm. Same thing. So that's the air equivalent. So it's like we're throwing, the polluted thing that we put in our air in their water, and they're like, why? Stop it!
It's because we hate you.
We love you.
That's what we're saying. That's what they think.
That's what they think. They do. They probably have a lot of what is it with the people up there on land?
Yeah.
Betcha on land. Sorry.
They'd understand,
but they don't reprimand their daughters. Young women.
I don't know how many people expected they'd be listening to this show. I'll know like that. Why don't we like glitter?
Why don't we like glitter? They're thinking to themselves, they're like, these guys love glitter. They go home and they bathe in glitter. It is so well known in my family that I despise glitter that my 8-year-old, whenever he opens up anything and it even shimmers like glitter, he goes, "Oh, Dad, you'd hate this." Like, it's known that much. And I'm kind of like, oh, well, that's not going to get anywhere. It's okay or whatever. But like, it's I guess I went on one too many tirades about glitter in my household because they apparently.
See? Yeah. Ariel doesn't have to worry about it because she glitters naturally.
She glitters naturally. Mm-hmm. So there's been a lot of, getting off of that. It does say here, by the way, although it makes up less than 1% of all microplastics. So
So it could be 0.99%.
Could be 0.99%. So I don't know. It just says less than. I did want to say that I did see the 1% of microplastics. I did see it, but it has the words less than.
The fact that they're not saying it's less than 1/10%.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's still a lot.
Yeah. The fact that it even got close to be able to drop the 1%.
I think they would say 0.5%, right? If it was, so it's somewhere, I'm going to assume between 0.5% and 1%, which still is a mind-boggling number to me.
Yeah, exactly.
But hey, makeup.
Makeup. Yeah. So biodegradable litter. I mean, not litter.
Glitter? Biodegradable litter? We did it.
We did it. So creating a better future for our planet, there's a lot of eco-friendly companies that are trying to figure out ways to make biodegradable glitter. Gosh, that's a tongue twister.
It is.
Biodegradable glitter. Most companies use cellulose, wood pulp from eucalyptus trees, to make their non-plastic eco glitter. This can take a few different forms, and depending on how it's made, doesn't necessarily make it a safe glitter for the natural environment. And this is why. Environmental sustainability is a big priority for festivals like Burning Man, which has festival goers scrambling to find something sparkly that won't hurt the natural environment. So you've got like a huge festival like Burning Man where everybody wants to wear glitter, and they're like, but we also want to save the planet.
Yeah, man, we want to see the planet. That's why we're lighting a gigantic man on fire.
I know, right? Right?
Shut up.
So, shut up.
Shut up. You want to party in the desert.
Yeah.
Don't pretend you're something you're not.
But biodegradable face glitter, is that a good look for our planet? The aforementioned authors gave their suspicions. They found that mica, the sustainable shimmer and eco-friendly glitter makeup, significantly altered the sediment content in freshwater habitats. So mica, which is something that's used to make the more groovy ones, still is a problem for water.
Isn't it also
plants.
the band that goes, I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet.
Is that the name of the band?
I could be happy, I could be happy, I could
I
be
know that I knew that as a viral audio clip, but I never knew the name of the band. Is it Mica?
Everything wrong. I think so. Maybe it's Mika.
Oh, no. I don't know. This is MICA. So
I think it's MIK. I think it's Mika.
Okay, Mika.
I'm wrong.
Oh, no, you're not wrong. Could be. No, you're right. Okay. So not only does cellulose-based glitter have the same environmental impact as its plastic-based counterpart, but even the best eco-friendly glitter might not be biodegradable. So modified regenerated cellulose MRC glitter used as a base, regenerated or MRC cellulose is sourced from eucalyptus trees. It's then coated with a mineral pigment, mica, or aluminum for reflectivity and often topped with thin layers of plastics. So they're still adding things to give it that shimmer. So they'll start out with this thing from eucalyptus trees, and they'll add the aluminum and they add the plastic to give it that shimmer. So we're still not quite there with that glitter thing.
Yeah.
And there's a few others. Cellulose acetate are also largely derived from wood pulp, but the semi-synthetic polymer also found in cigarette butts has degradation rates that vary based on how it was acetylated and the environmental conditions it ends up in. So again, these are a lot of things that, if they make a biodegradable or compostable glitter, the problem with, like we've talked about on the show before, if you make something that's supposed to biodegrade, but it has to be in a very specific environment to do that, you're normally washing it off in the shower and it's going down in your drain and into the water. It's not in the environment where it's going to biodegrade.
The only thing that works is something that dissolves in water.
Exactly.
That's it. It has to dissolve in water, and if it can dissolve in water, then you can sell it. If you're going to say it's environmentally friendly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, just just understand that every time you wear glitter, you're killing a fish.
Yeah. So
we'll get them to stop, Jacob. We will get rid of glitter one way or another.
I know, one way or another. Well, and I feel bad because I know that as a show, I came in knowing that I would really rant and rave against something that is probably beloved by a lot of people. I mean, you know, Veronica's somebody that I care about what you like and what makes you happy. So I'm hoping in the end of all this goes on and on and on about various different kinds that are out there that don't quite get it right. I don't want to get too caught up in the nuances of the scientific lingo of like what they're trying to make out there. But I do want to close out the conversation with one, where you can find biodegradable glitter. And then two, there's alternatives that I think are the direction that we need to head. Okay. So those are the last 2 points.
Isn't those glow-in-the-dark fish? We're going to grind them up.
We're going to grind them up. What we're going to do is we're going to find all the lightning bugs, and we're going to put them in a blender, and then you're going to spread them all over your face. Okay. That's the look you're going for.
That sounds better for the environment.
It does. Way better. Get them. So where to find biodegradable glitter. Okay.
Is this actually biodegradable glitter? Or is this
this
other stuff that we were talking about before? That's actually going to kill the planet.
So this will break that down for you. It says many brands make mention of plant-based, biodegradable, or compostable cores. Here's looking at you. It does call out a brand here. Should I call them out?
Yeah, what the heck?
It says, here's looking at you, eco glitter. So it's like kind of wagging a finger at them. Only to neglect the fact that the glitter is coated in plastics. So, or they don't provide gosh, this one's a tongue twister. Okay. Or they don't provide biodegradability details at all. Hemway eco-friendly glitter.
Boy.
But I know they're calling out a lot of people here.
Mean
I know.
A little bit.
I know.
Aren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Who's the author?
This is Sustainability Jungle.
Okay, so Sustainability Jungle's got a little bit of cattiness going.
They do. There's a cattiness to it.
Yeah.
So that's not the opinion of Biofriendly Podcast, by the way, just to be clear on that. We're reading from an article on Sustainability Jungle that has an axe to grind with the glitter industry.
Yeah.
We just hate glitter in general.
We hate glitter. Well, we might not like the industry either, but you know what? At least we're going to be straight up.
We're going to be straight up.
We're not catty about it. We're just going to tell you, you suck.
So, but BioGlitter is the name of the company, stands out from the rest as the eco glitter lineup because of their options are proven to be biodegradable in fresh water. The BioGlitter Pure range doesn't contain a reflective aluminum layer and is free of FDA lake pigments. Not pigments. Guys, I'm really struggling with words today.
You're doing great.
Free of FDA lake pigments. It's also 100% plastic free. The BioGlitter Sparkle and Holo ranges use an incredibly thin layer of aluminum, 2,000 times smaller than a human hair, which is exempt from biodegradability. They're 92% free of plastic.
Can I now crap on that product?
Yes, please. Yeah. Crap on it. Crap on them.
Yeah, aluminum. It's not great for your
skin.
Body.
Yeah, I know.
It's not that wonderful for you.
No, it's not.
You'd probably having a bunch of having 1% of the waste in the ocean being aluminum
isn't good either.
Probably doesn't get much better than
the
plastic. I mean, agree. It's fine, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
you got to find it. You've got to find something shiny that dissolves.
Agreed.
That's the project.
And that's
what we're leaving to you, the glitter people of the world.
Yes. We need somebody to step forward and solve it because what's being made right now just isn't the best thing for you. And aluminum, look, I even buy deodorant that doesn't have aluminum in it because I'm afraid of the effects of that in the long run. I buy a deodorant specifically that does not have aluminum because putting aluminum in your body is supposed to be not a good idea. It's not a great idea. So if you're putting a lot of glitter on every day, and even if it is plastic free, but it still has aluminum, it's probably not a great idea to do that on the regular. If you do it a couple times, probably not that big of a deal, but we still need to find something sparkly, shiny, shimmery that makes you feel fabulous that is going to dissolve completely. And that's where we land.
That's the search, folks.
That's the search.
That's the challenge.
That's the challenge. So I'm
not going to give up on glitter.
No, I'm not either.
I believe in glitter.
Yeah. So here's what it says.
I am passionate about glitter.
I will not rest.
I will not rest until glitter finds its place.
Yes.
In the eco-friendly world.
The glitterati.
Because of how much I love glitter. Glitter and balloons.
And balloons. You love them both.
Well, I want them to make it.
They have not figured out balloons and they have not figured out glitter yet, but here's some things that you can try, Veronica. Veronica specifically talking to you. The most sustainable option is to create your own DIY eco-friendly glitter.
What?
Here are a few consciously crafty ways to go about it. Ready?
Okay, let's go.
Sea salt and food coloring.
Sea salt and food coloring.
Mm-hmm.
So just food coloring on sea salt, and it looks nice. It glitters. It's
colorful. It's colorful. So it may not have the shimmer yet, but
does it shimmer? Because if our Ronnie goes out at night and she doesn't shimmer, then I'm just gonna lose it.
I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose my mind. Up next, sand and food coloring.
Sand and food coloring.
That's got a shimmer.
I guess. Hopefully.
Some does.
Yeah.
Some sand does.
Do we think it'll? You know what? We should try it.
Let's try it.
Let's food color some salt, food color some sand.
Let's do a science experiment.
Let's see how glittery it is. Because if it's really, truly glittery, that's a brilliant solution.
It's a brilliant solution. So these are DIYs. This is the person saying, look, the solution isn't there, but if you want to do your part to do a little better, here you can. Here you can do it right here.
What kind of food coloring are we talking about?
Aluminum, plastic,
poison kind.
Okay, I think it's made from seal blood.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Raw sugar and food coloring. Raw sugar.
I'm noticing
now,
a theme here.
Yeah, that's gonna make you probably break out. So don't put raw sugar on your skin with food coloring. Colored rice or oats. Look, I'm beginning to feel, and I'm just going to feel like the solutions at the end aren't any better, because if you've given up glitter to then put colored oats on your face,
rice on your
you're
face.
going to go, I hate everything, and what's the point? I'm not grabbing a box of Quaker oats, dyeing them green, and slapping them on my forehead like I'm a zombie.
I feel like the editor said to the person, to the author,
Yeah.
hey, so you've only got 3 options.
Oh, he's got more. There's more.
No, I mean initially.
Oh.
Right? So you've only got 3 options for your glitter.
Yeah.
I don't think that's enough. I think people are going to need at least 12 options. So
Yeah.
if you could come up with 7 more options, whatever. Then I think that'd be really good. So then they're like, okay, friggin'
rice,
let's see,
sugar,
your jacket,
salt,
Bean.
They keep.
Beans.
Oh yeah, okay. Get ready.
Sorry, let's hear it.
Get ready.
What else we got?
Get ready. The laughter will continue. And here we are telling you can't use glitter, and now we're mocking the DIY solutions, which we're leaving the glitter world hopeless.
I would like to try the salt.
Okay.
And the sand
ones
with food coloring.
Okay.
And see how they look. And
Okay.
see if they've got the shine we're talking about.
Deal.
I could see them having the color. Do they have the shine?
They have the shimmer.
The shine.
The reason why you have glitter is you want to be.
You want to sparkle.
Pow.
You just want to sparkle.
I want the pow. How am I supposed to pow?
Well, you can't. Not with this crap.
Colored seeds. Again. You're inviting just birds to attack your face. You know what I mean? You're walking out in public, you're like...
You are a shiny target for birds.
You're literally going to walk
Pigeons
out...
are like... "Yeah!"
Like, we had to cancel the Met Gala because people were attacked by birds. Like an Alfred Hitchcock film. Okay, here's one. Oh, this one's...
That belongs in a movie.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. This next one's going to get you good.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny shells. Ethically harvested and ground them into a fine powder. So it's saying if you found shells that were ethically harvested, so these are shells that have been left behind, you're not peeling them off the backs of anything alive.
Don't take them from Hawaii.
Yeah, don't take them from
You're
Hawaii.
not allowed to take anything
No
off
shells.
of the island of Hawaii.
If you live in Hawaii, then have at it.
Yeah, if it stays on the island, you're good. But if
Yeah.
it leaves the island, the souls of their past people are in the island.
Okay.
Are in the
You hear that,
So
Hawaii?
don't take shells or rocks.
This is actually the one thing that I think that might actually shimmer.
Yeah.
Well, a ground up seashell, like into a fine
If
powder.
it has human soul in it, I'm
yeah,
sure.
if it has human soul in it, it'll shine. You'll go, Grandpa?
I'm wearing Grandpa.
Yeah, by the way, that's one thing they don't mention in here, which is your family's ashes, which I'm
Yeah.
glad that doesn't get listed. But I have a feeling that if you used if you think about seashells on the beach that are, a little bit more of the shiny, they reflect light and they have that kind of mineral to them. That's actually something that if that were ground up ethically and done right, I feel like that probably would resemble glitter in the biggest way. So we'll see. We'll see. The last one is just hilarious to me.
Okay.
Hole punched recycled paper.
Hole punched recycled paper. Dyed?
Yes. Yeah.
So you're gonna put confetti on your face.
Confetti on your face. Yeah.
Oh, I hate confetti.
Oh,
there it is.
There it is. Say that louder for the people in the
Right in the
back.
I
microphone.
dislike. I don't prefer confetti. That one there, I don't.
Confetti.
No, confetti. No, not for me.
Yeah, not for you.
No.
Not for you?
Is it because cleanup sucks?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
And
get
it
it.
just gets everywhere. It just,
Does. And it doesn't come off
and
the
it
floor
doesn't
easy.
shine though.
It doesn't even shine.
Yeah.
And I like shine.
Unless you cover it with aluminum.
No, we don't want that.
And we don't want that.
Yeah. I'm going to tell one of my old stand-up jokes that I used to do on stage because I never get to say it anymore, which is I think that the person who invented confetti was getting arrested and shredding documents. And they were like, I'm probably going to jail, but not without a party first.
Quality content.
You used to get laughs.
No,
No,
it would have gotten laughs.
Yeah.
It would have gotten laughs because it was also part of a whole.
It was
show.
a whole thing. It was all a setup.
Yeah.
It was all set up. By the way, my headphones.
It's a good joke.
No, it's silly. I mean,
fun.
my friend said I could have done a whole series of those, which is you look at something as to why it was invented, and you go back to like the first time confetti was invented. I thought it was a fun idea where you look at like things that we take as commonplace, glitter, confetti, these things, and you go, what was the first person that was like, I'm going to shred these papers into tiny pieces, and so that's where the
throw
joke.
them everywhere.
Yeah, throw them everywhere. And so I was visualizing somebody like shredding documents feverishly, getting them as small as possible, and then just being like, the police like are outside the door. They're like, yay! So I'm going to jail. Yeah. So anyway, but guys, that is our hard-hitting expose pointing out the problems with glitter. Now, we, Biofriendly Planet, are known and pride ourselves on not being a buzzkill.
Right.
We don't like to be a buzzkill. No. We don't want to be here and bring the bummer environmental news because that's everybody else. We don't, you enjoy the things that you love. And honestly, a lot of the things that I poked fun at and I said, I poo-pooed about glitter. If you like glitter, enjoy your glitter. I just think that clearly the development and innovation in the glitter space needs to rethink slicing up aluminum and plastic into micro nanoplastics piercing our skin, and needs to go back to the drawing board. You gotta rethink this one. You gotta come up with something else, because in the long run, it's probably not a good idea. I'm not saying tomorrow, but figure it out, guys. Get on it and find a way to, where we don't have to put birdseed to our faces at the Met Gala. You know what I'm saying? So that's my opinion. I'm sharing my opinion, but I'm not saying you have to do anything. It's just, if it's, just under 1% of the world's microplastic nanoplastics, then that's too much glitter. That's too much glitter that's ending up in the oceans, in the water, and in waterways, and in your drinks and in your foods probably. It's just too much. Agreed?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still astonished. I have not gotten over the number yet.
He's still reeling.
I just can't believe
it's a lot.
I just can't believe it.
The bottom of Lake Tahoe.
I didn't know that glitter was that popular.
Yeah, it's very popular.
I am flabbergasted.
When you want pizzazz,
yeah,
glitter brings it. And a lot of people like pizzazz.
Glitter brings the pop.
Brings the pop. Pow, pow. Pow, pow. I mean, Ronnie gets it. She's part of the glitterati. Yeah.
I can't live without it.
You can.
I can.
I know, but I don't want you to live without happiness. If it brings you happiness, I get it.
Live without happiness.
I don't want you to live without happiness. If it and Ronnie Veronica is the key demographic here, which is you're somebody who goes, you know what? When I go out with my friends, when I go out with my girlfriends, I have a night on town, I want to feel sparkly and pretty. I want to look great, and I get it. And a lot of people feel that way. Yeah. And I think that there's no problem in feeling that way or wanting that. It's just that at some point in time, we have to have the conversation of, is it good for you? Is it good for the planet? And so what is the in-between? How can we transition off of something? Because there was a time where glitter didn't exist, right? There was a time where we didn't have any way of making ourselves look sparkly. You had to do something else. You had to have diamonds or whatever it was.
But think about how much less fabulous the world was.
I know. It was less fabulous. But let's make it more fabulous by being sparkly and good for the planet.
Okay.
More fabulous.
I think that the do-it-yourself solutions
is not great.
Are probably our best hope right now.
Right.
So we gotta test them.
We gotta test them.
Because I don't feel like we can recommend those until we know that they have the right amount of sparkle.
I agree. And we will not go to Hawaii.
Salt sparkles when it's got food coloring on it, and if the food coloring is not going to be worse than what we're talking about before, then maybe we have a solution for people.
Maybe.
And but you know what? No one's going to do it. I give up. I quit. Guys, podcast is over.
We can't give up. If we give up,
nobody's gonna grind up seashells and cover them in food coloring.
Do it.
You're out of your mind. They'll never do it.
Do it or die.
It's hopeless. People aren't going to switch to electric vehicles. Nobody's going to stop drinking their Coke from a plastic bottle. We're not going to stop powering things with coal.
You sound like Weird Al Yankovic.
The world's done. Forget it.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be fine.
We are your beacon of light.
Bringing you top quality content since 1823.
What was the next one? The next one is, science without stiffness.
Green without the groaning.
Inspiring fear and love.
We take it. Patience
Yes,
is a virtue.
Close.
Try.
No. This show is
Try
about.
new diet right.
This show is about.
This show is about patience.
That's it. That's the one. And there's no other after
There's
that.
one more. You have the big.
There's a new one. The big one.
There's another one.
No, that's it. The show's
what?
Unless you guys made a new one.
I thought we had another one.
I mean, maybe we did last week, but Veronica wasn't here to record
So
it.
we have no idea.
So if a tree falls in the forest and nobody's there to hear it, is there a tag?
Yeah, no, there's not. No, you're right. If a tree falls in the forest and Veronica's not with us on the show, then
there's no extra tag.
Then you're out of.
So we could add a new one, which is I think Noel just said about 1 minute ago. It's all hopeless.
It's all hopeless.
So Weird Al, I love it. I love
Weird Al so much.
I love him so much too. With that, Veronica says,
Stop and smell the flowers.
keep hope alive.
It's the Biofriendly Podcast. It's the Biofriendly Podcast.